Hello, my name is Inza Resti and I'm from Kampus Cengkareng. Today I will be presenting about code mixing and dialect on sociolinguistic. And the part 1 is code mixing. They have definition, contributing factors, and its impact on communication. What is code mixing? Code mixing is a linguistic phenomenon that occurs when a person mixes two or more languages in a single sentence or conversation. This happens without clear boundaries between the languages, meaning both languages are used simultaneously in communication. It usually happens in multilingual societies where two or more languages are spoken daily. For example, aku baru saja download aplikasi itu. Bagus banget deh. Types of code mixing. First, intrasentential mixing. Is it mixing two or more languages within one sentence? For example, aku harus finish pekerjaan ini sebelum makan siang. And the second, intersentential mixing. Mixing languages between two separate sentences. For example, aku harus pergi ke kantor besok. By the way, ada meeting penting. And the third, text switching. Adding foreign elements, or usually words or phrases, to a sentence, typically question text or connectors. For example, kita harus catch up nanti ya. Factors contributing to code mixing. First, social environment. A multilingual society tends to mix languages in daily conversation. Interaction with individuals who are fluent in more than one language also influence this behavior. Second, globalization and technology influence. The use of English in technology, business, and social media is becoming dominant. Many technological and internet-related terms are easier to express in English, for example, download, upload, online, and etc. Third, need for efficient communication. Some foreign words or phrases might be more concise and accurate in conveying a concept or idea than local language equivalents. This is example of code mixing in daily life. First, aku lagi cek email dulu ya, nanti aku balas. The word check is used because it is more common and understood in the context of technology. Second, kita harus follow up lagi customer yang belum bayar. The term follow up is more often used in business context and is more concise. Third, nanti malam kita hang out di cafe yuk. Hang out is an English term that has become a part of everyday conversation. Code mixing in social media. On social media, code mixing is very common. The use of foreign terms like update, like, post, share is frequently found in Indonesia. For example, wah, update status baru dong, seru nih. Social media accelerates the spread of foreign languages into everyday languages, which is then adopted in informal contexts. Code mixing versus code switching. Code mixing refers to blending two languages in one sentence or conversation without clear boundaries. Example, aku lagi cek email, nanti aku reply ya. And then code switching refers to switching from one language to another between separate sentences or conversational contexts. For example, hari ini aku udah rapat. Tomorrow ada presentasi di kantor. And then the impact of code mixing on language. Positive impact. First, language enrichment. Code mixing can enrich vocabulary, especially if the mixed language is widely known in society. Second, more efficient communication. Some foreign terms make communication easier, especially in technology and business contexts. Third, social identify. Using mixed language can reflect certain social identities, such as those of younger people or professionals. And then negative impact. First, potential damage to the native language. Excessive use of foreign words can cause the local language to lose its unique characteristic. Second, confusion for those who don't master the mixed language. Not everyone understands the foreign language being used, which can reduce communication effectiveness. Case example of code mixing. First, use in education. For example, kita harus upload tugas di platform ini. In many school or university, English terms like upload and platform are used because they are more common and practical in the educational field. Second, marketing word. Kita harus brand produk ini agar lebih terkenal. The word brand is more easily understood in the context of international business and marketing. Conclusion. Code mixing is a very common phenomenon in multilingual societies. Its usage can enrich conversation, but it should be adjusted according to the context and the audience. Excessive use code mixing may negatively affect the local language if not used wisely. And then this is the part 2 about dialect. They have definition, types, and its role in language. What is dialect? Dialect is a variant or form of a language used by a particular group of people in a specific region. Dialect often differ in pronunciation, vocabulary, or grammar, but speakers of the same language can generally understand each other. Characteristic of dialect. First, pronunciation or phonology. Differences in how words are pronounced. For example, people in Jakarta may pronounce cabe with a short E, while people in Surabaya may pronounce it with a longer A. Second, vocabulary. Different words may be used to express the same meaning. Example, in Jakarta we call kereta, and then the Bali we call listri. Third, grammar. Some dialects have differences in sentence structure or verb usage. For instance, Javanese dialect have varying verbs form depending on the level of formality or respect. Types of dialect. First, geographical dialect. Dialect that develop in a particular region or area. Example, Betawi dialect, Jakarta, Sundanese dialect, West Java, Javanese dialect, Central and East Java. Second, social dialect. Dialect used by certain social groups, which can be influenced by social status, occupation, or age. Third, occupational dialect. Dialect related to specific fields of work or knowledge. Difference between dialect and language. A dialect is a variant of the same language, while a language is a broader and more structured system of communication. Example, Indonesia is the official language of the country, while Betawi dialect is a variant of Indonesia spoken by people from Jakarta. Example of dialect in Indonesia. First, Betawi dialect atau Jakarta. Common vocabulary include terms like gue, I, and lo, you, which are very characteristic of Betawi dialect. Second, Sundanese dialect atau West Java. Some example of word in Sundanese dialect: kumaha as a how, abdi I, and gening really. Third, Javanese dialect atau Central and East Java. The Javanese dialect has variation in pronunciation and vocabulary, such as aku, I, and kowe, you, changing moko and kromo in more formal forms. And the fourth, Balinese dialect. Unique words like anggen, for, and sami, sem are used in Balinese. The role of dialect in social life. First, cultural identify. Dialect can be symbol of the identity of a particular group or region. Each dialect carries unique cultural and historical nuances. Second, effective communication. Using the appropriate dialect can facilitate communication within a community or group. Third, language diversity. Dialect highlight the rich diversity of the Indonesian language, showing the many regional variations. And the last conclusion. Dialect is a variant of language that emerges due to geographical, social, and cultural differences. Despite many dialects in Indonesia, they are still mutually intelligible to speakers of Standard Indonesian. Dialect play an important role in representing cultural identity and enriching the diversity of the Indonesian language.